Hey guys, Jim Chester here coming to you live with Chris Colgin. He came all the way out here from where?
San Francisco Bay Area.
And I came all the way out here from Colorado, which is Grand Junction, which is in the Grand Valley on the western slope of Colorado, which I like to say it's where no one lives. I moved there. Why? Because I wanted to hear the birds chirp. But today we're hearing different types of birds chirping out here in Clearwater, Florida, and we're hearing the success stories, and we're hearing all these amazing things that are happening with our Chirothin family.
Right.
So first and foremost, welcome.
Thank you very much. I figured this has been awesome. It's always great to come back to Florida.
So tell me a few things. You've stepped your game up.
Yes.
And you've been doing a lot more contribution with the Chirothin family.
Yep.
What does that look like from last year to this year?
Well, first of all, it allows me to help more chiropractors help more patients. So instead of them just focusing on the chiropractic patients too, it allows them to not only help their existing chiropractic patients, but help their existing chiropractic patients get healthier by reducing their weight. Okay, that might be causing a lot of problems. So it really helps the chiropractor take care of the toxic component of the subluxation process. We're all about getting to the source of the problem. Well, source could be in many different ways. We have that subluxation there, but we all know that vertebra is not going to hold if we keep bombarding it with toxins and bad foods and things like that. So if we can remove that from the body system, your adjustments are going to hold a lot longer, and your frequency of visits will decrease as well, because the posture is going to be restored more naturally, the weight's going to come off, the patients are going to exude a better level of confidence in how they look and feel. And let's face it, we're in the vanity business no matter how we look at this. When we look better, we feel better, right?
Yeah. And I know that you've also stepped up working with more of an executive position too, right?
Yes, so now I'm on the Chirothin sales team, and I am the liaison, the Chirothin liaison to the chiropractic profession. So I get a chance to serve other chiropractors and help them bring this as a new business model to their office, so they could just be of more service and add more value to their packages and service programs.
And I know that so many people out there right now are looking for that dream life. They're looking for the dream fit body. They're looking for the dream business that runs without them.
I think I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm still looking, right?
But tell me, how can Chirothin actually help a chiropractic office not lose their way, but add value to their business model?
Well, absolutely. Well, I think it all starts with the doctor. And so when I meet other doctors, one thing I always ask is, so docs, do you have a few pounds you're trying to get rid of that you've been having some difficulty doing? Hey, we're all guilty of it. And I enroll the doctor on it first, give them the opportunity to try this program, so now they see firsthand how this program is going to work. Now that they understand it, they experience it, they own it, and now they can better task it to someone else to take charge of in the office, or they could coach their patients themselves. So there's a lot of an open source way of doing this, okay? Mm-hmm. A lot of different options. You could have staff do it, because it is doctor supervised, as long as you're watching what the staff is doing, or the doctor could do it one-on-one with the patient. So it's a win-win. You're actually going to see more people to help, and you're also going to increase your bottom line too.
So let's say a couple things about Dr. Jason Strohide.
Yes.
And I know that there's a reason why you stepped up your affiliation with Chirothin and why you're doing what you're doing. So why was that decision made?
Because let's just face it, as a chiropractor in 24 years of practice, I relate well to other chiropractors, bottom line. And so when a sales team member calls these chiropractors, let's face it, we get all kind of like, whatever, we're going to talk to them later. But when you have a chiropractor talk to another, chiropractic office or another chiropractor, that's still in practice, well, there's some realness there. We have a little bit more of an affinity with each other, so now we have something in common to talk about, because I get what they're going through. I do it every day, and so that way it helps me helps the chiropractor understand that, hey, look, you got someone on your team. We all spill the same blood on the same mud, so I want to just help them get through that better, more efficiently, so they don't have to make all the mistakes I did, pretty much.
And working with Dr. Jason Strohide, for me, as running Chiro Hustle, it's been a real honor to have his affiliation and his sponsorship of our podcast and of our voice and of our messaging. And I know that Chirothin now is having a direct impact on my team as well.
Yeah.
Not only did I drop a lot of weight and still keeping it off, but let's talk a little bit about Doc Hoskins and how you were able to help him out.
Yeah, well, let's say Doc Hoskins is a very straight chiropractor, very principled, focused, and he did this, and wow, the weight just started coming off him, and he's been feeling great, loves the support, and that's the other thing too. He loves the partnership with that. He never felt like he was alone the entire time going through this program, and he highly recommends this program to any doctors out there that are looking to add weight loss. There are so many different systems out there, but there's nothing like this in our profession that was, first of all, designed by a chiropractor and for chiropractic offices only.
And see, there's some magic in all of what Dr. Chris is saying here. And it's not just the one person that says, gosh, I have a few things I need to lose in my life.
Right.
It's like, I have a few things I want to gain in my life.
Right.
And I think that's a big confusion with most people is they think they're going to do something like this. And they're like, oh, gosh, can only eat this stuff. And I got to stick on this strict guideline. But really what they're doing is they're gaining something.
Oh.
They're actually gaining a better quality of life. They're gaining more regimented lifestyle choices. They're gaining an idea of how to go to the grocery store, supermarket, and shop.
Yeah.
They're gaining an idea what intermittent fasting is. They're gaining the idea of what the whole thing is stay away from carbs and stay on real food.
That's right. And the greatest thing is usually it's the mother that is we're seeing more women than men, which is not uncommon. But the mother is the one who's the gatekeeper of the household. She's the one who makes all the decisions regarding the health and wellness of the family. And so I always tell her, I said, look, it's not, I'm so happy that, gotta love mothers. They take care of everyone else except themselves. So when the mom comes in here, and I do this program, Jim, I do it to honor my late mother, And so, she's no longer here with us anymore, And so the one thing I always want to do is to honor her, is to help other mothers, so that way they could be a better service to their family. When the family starts eating better, the kids get healthier, the dynamic, everyone's at more peace. They're off more drugs, and they start learning how to truly take care of themselves from the ground up,
And that's just it. Is you're not giving anything away; you're gaining everything,
Right.
And it's just time, it's commitment, and it's focusing on you. And if you matter, then it's so easy for you to just continuously do the right thing. Exactly. And when you learn this stuff, like you're saying, the mom is like the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
When she learns this, now we have a healthier tribe that are growing up, and they're not living in this junk food cycle.
There we go. Yeah. So I always tell people. And especially with spouses or significant others, it always seems like, especially if one's cooking, so usually if the female is the one cooking, well, it looks like everyone kind of eats what she's going to cook, so you don't really have much of a choice, right? So everyone loses. So there's a lot of value in taking care of the family, taking care of people, but it's so great to see the transformation of someone whose shoulders are more enclosed, and all of a sudden when they come and they start opening up, and you see that level of confidence, you see their skin changing, you see them just happier, healthier, they're smiling more, and they can't wait for me to take their picture again that I did from 2 weeks ago, because they just see themselves changing and they feel it too, most importantly.
And early on, I'm not gonna try to be too happy and gleeful. Sure. It's a lot of resistance.
Absolutely.
And when people do anything to change, even for the better or for the worse, there's resistance involved.
Yeah, and there's a huge reason for that. Well, first of all, we live in a country where the odds are against us. We live in a country that profits on us being sick rather than being well. Okay, that's the bottom line. So when our brains are bombarded, with sugar, with carbs, what this program's doing is allowing that to give our prefrontal cortex a break from all that, so we could actually finally see through these clean lenses rather than a dirty one. And so when people are really nervous about what they can and can't eat, it's because they're so addicted, and they're just, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to deal without my Diet Coke or my potatoes or whatever that is? It's like they're stressed out. They're addicted to this stuff, and they don't realize until I bring it to their attention. And then within a week and a half, they're like, wow, I actually can't believe I used to think and be that way. So it's a whole new way of detoxing the body and just allowing the body to function a lot better than it did before.
And that's just it. That's why I came here, and that's why I knew that I had to grab Dr. Chris, because he is your advocate for this brand. Sure. If you guys want any help implementing these systems and strategies, and not only make yourself healthier with the ChiroThin systems, but make your clinic base healthier, but also make more money. I think that that's a part of the whole equation that people kind of like
and let's
lose.
Talk about, let's talk about that.
Talk about the money.
You know, here's the
who's
thing.
got his money.
Yeah, and here's the thing: for any chiropractic office that wants to try this, they could try this program for $56, $55 a kit. So basically, what I do is, and like I said, sometimes it's the doctor, sometimes it's certain staff members that need to lose a few pounds. I will coach you personally for 6 weeks while you're on the program for $55 per kit. You could buy 5 of these kits at one time before, otherwise you're going to have to get a license after that, which is what you're going to want to do. And that's a one-time small investment, by the way. So and by the way, this one kit that I have in my office that I purchased for $55, that has a value to me of almost $2,000 per kit, okay, over 6 weeks. So I want to let people understand that there's a lot of value in this company, and compared to other companies out there that used to charge these crazy franchise fees of like 30 grand, and then another $400 a month, for a zip code fee, and then the $250 per kit. You kidding me? You can't. There's just no other company out there.
Making money, saving money, and changing lives.
That's what it's all about, and that's what Dr. Swarthide is all about. He sold his 3 practices so he can do this full time to help other chiropractors throughout the country. I mean, name another chiropractor that's willing to do that. I don't know anyone. I really don't. And that's why I took it upon myself to be more involved with this company, because obviously we want to be of more service to everyone else. But, hey, we got to take care of our own. And unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there that don't really look at things that way like we do. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing with me today.
Well,
it's been so valuable to build this friendship with you and this connection. If you guys didn't know, ChiroThin is something that can help all of us. Right. So now that we're bringing this to the light, I'm just going to give my good friend Chris here a big hug.
Hey.
And I'll do one of these because this is what he does.
Happy Little Friday, everyone. And also, if anyone wants to get in touch with me and learn more about ChiroThin and how to apply new levels, please just, you can message me on Facebook here at Christopher Colgin, and you can find me all over the web too, for that matter. But either way, you can message me, and then I'll be more than happy to respond to you, and we'll just take it from there.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out, okay?
Sounds good.
You guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys in the next one.